at some point in our life, we become beginners at something, not knowing how to do it well, not knowing if we actually even qualify for that thing that we want to do, and wondering if the best option is actually even just saying no and not going ahead with what we want to do. Maybe something you have been doing over and over again, like for a very long time. Maybe when you do get to a place where maybe you are doing it on a much bigger scale, some surprising thoughts always creeps up into the back of our mind, asking you the same question. Are you sure you can really do this? Are you sure you can deliver? Are you even the right person for this? Maybe you are lucky, the boss kind of liked you, or they're just thinking about it and say, oh, maybe now you are the lucky one and they gave you this particular role. But I'm here to tell you that if you are trying to start anything that you have not even done before or you are looking to do, I'm here to tell you that you belong there and you should say yes to that thing that you are scared of taking a very big step in. That feeling of I don't belong here, that feeling of I'm not sure I can really do this job, that feeling of maybe I'm a fraud and people don't really know that I'm not that good, but they just think I am that good. That feeling is termed imposter syndrome, imposterism if you want to call it that way, but I prefer imposter syndrome. Truth is, many people do not know about that thing and they don't even know what it is in the first place. They don't even know how to tame that feeling. But the thing is, how can you treat a disease that you don't know? Imposter syndrome is so common that according to researchers, 82% of people, so out of 5 people, 4 people have actually suffered from imposter syndrome at one point in their life. That shows you how common it is. And the fact that it's common doesn't mean it's not really a big problem. It's common and often people don't even know that they do have it, and that actually causes much more harm to them. They don't know what's even at play in the first place and they are unable to step out and come out fully as they would have because they don't even know that that's what they are even suffering from in the very first place. Let's look at how to, first of all, just even become aware of it, and then secondly, how to deal with this kind of feeling. I'm speaking from a point where I've actually been through this feeling of imposterism many times in my life. I won't say many, but I'll say when I decided to actually do things that meant stepping out of my comfort zone, this feeling of I don't really belong here, is it really my thing? Those feelings just kept creeping in here and there, and I had to take that big step and I had to take that bold step of actually been trying to fight my way out of it. And I was so lucky that when it was my turn, the first time I actually felt like I was feeling that, I had people around who kind of stepped in and helped me, and it does come back once in a while, but now I know how to combat it and now I know how to deal with it. And I'm here to tell you that if you ever have that feeling ever in your life, or if you still even do have those feelings, it's okay. I mean, everybody goes through it. We'll talk about that in a few bits, but then how can we deal with this when it does pop up in our life? Because they won't stop coming. It won't stop. The first step to dealing with imposter syndrome is to know that you are not alone, right? Yeah, you are not alone. Look, if you find out that many people that you look up to have suffered and are even still suffering from this, it will be a little comforting. I was reading an article online and I found out that Maya Angelou, this famous writer, writing so many amazing books, for how big she is and for what she's done, she still says that anytime she's about writing a new book, that feeling already just kind of creeps into her mind, wondering that, hey, that one day she's going to be found out that she's a fraud and all these things she's doing is not like, but for how great she is, even she still gets that. Howard Starbuck, he kept saying the same thing that, like, even for him, look at how big Starbucks as a company is, and look at what he did by transforming Starbucks from where it was to what Starbucks is right now. Even he says he does suffer from imposter syndrome. And when people like this come out and share these things about themselves to us, it helps so much that you know that, okay, you're not really alone, and even it can happen to anybody, no matter how big or how small you are, or no matter how accomplished or how trying to find a way you are. It's normal that these things are there. And if you know that you're not alone, that's the very first step to, dealing with this imposter syndrome in the first place. And the second way of dealing with this is letting go of the perfectionist in you. You want to take a very big step. You want to step out of your comfort zone, but there's that perfectionist in you that will not let you go off freely. I'm saying this and I mean it so much that the perfectionist in you wants everything to be perfect before you actually make that move. But that is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Because of that, you want to do something new. You are new to something. You can't be perfect in something that you are taking up anew, or you can't be perfect in something that you've been doing over and over, but on a bigger scale. You can't be perfect in something. You don't go from beginner to expert in just a day or in just an hour. It takes a while, but perfectionism will always try to keep you back, because once you are going on a new round, it's going to just be in there to kind of hold you back. But you have to be ready to let go of that perfectionist mindset and the perfectionist spirit in you, so that you can unleash yourself to something bigger. Perfectionism feeds imposter syndrome. That's like hay to the cow. By trying to be perfect, you're trying to compare yourself to the perfect outcome. If the YouTube channel you want to start, you're going to see those big name channels, and then you're looking at how good their lighting is, how amazing their sound is, and how good their editing and workflow and everything is. And because of that, that's like, you consider that perfect. If you compare that to that, you will never take the leap, because then that imposter syndrome will just creep up and be asking you, maybe you are not good. Look at how big those people are. You are not as good as them. That is what perfectionism can do. It will feed the imposter syndrome spirit in you, and you will never even take that leap of faith in the first place. The third way is to talk about this with a mentor or a supportive friend. Now, I use the word supportive before the friend because that is a very key word here, supportive friend. There are some friends that are so happy in their comfort zone. If you go and discuss this kind of stuff with them, you only do yourself damage, because they will actually even cripple you and not even allow you to even take the opportunity and even do something out of your comfort zone. If I say a mentor is somebody who has actually walked the path you are about to walk. So they have actually dealt with setbacks and more often than not even encountered this kind of feelings. And by speaking and talking with them, if they are able to share their experiences with you, it's going to be so amazing, because they'll share with you how they were able to battle it in the first place, and they will share with you maybe things that you can do practically so that you can also walk that journey and walk through it nicely. And supportive friend was what I had the first time I think I actually knew I was dealing with this. I spoke with my friend Albert from Just Know It. I'll put his link to his YouTube channel in the description below. And it was a photography event. I felt maybe I don't belong there, because I looked at the other photographers around, the kind of cameras they were holding, their soft boxes, lights, speed lights and all, and I didn't even have a flash. I just did only camera with natural light. And I was kind of doubting myself and all, but they always kept encouraging me. Oh, no, you are great. And that helped me so much, because if you get somebody who's supportive and will encourage you and push you and say you can do it and encourage you out of that comfort zone, that will be so much help, and will help you just break through that wall of imposterism and imposter syndrome. And you do need that. You do need that. Last but not least is to say yes to opportunities. Now, I know, of course. If you say yes to any opportunity that comes your way, or any job that comes your way, there'll be so much on your table. You might burn out or you might die. Okay, you won't die. But why are you saying no? Are you saying no to the opportunity because there's enough on your table that you can consume? Or you are saying no to the opportunity because you feel that, okay, you're not really up to that task, or you're not really kind of set for that job? Is that why you are saying no to that opportunity? If that is why you are saying no to the opportunity, I'm just to tell you that imposter syndrome is kind of feeding in those suggestions into your mind, because I can tell you that as a human being, what you can do, you have no idea of it. You just have to say yes to those opportunities. Say yes, you can fit into your life. Say yes to it. Don't say no to it. Say yes to it. Open your arms. Embrace the opportunity. One thing I know is that opening yourself up and taking upon new things will always present an opportunity for you to grow. And taking on challenges, something you are new to, will always open up an opportunity for you to grow. Remember, 4 ways I shared here that has helped me. You are never alone. Just let go of that perfectionist spirit. It will not help you in any way. You don't have to be perfect. Done is better than perfect. Sean Cannell said do it better than I did. Hey, if you are getting any value from this video, please do well to drop me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm, and it helps my channel as well. Remember, imposter syndrome never goes away. It will keep cropping up, but just know that if you have the tools to deal with this disease, I call it this disease, every time it comes up, you just fight it. It comes up, you just fight it. Every time, it might not even show up again. It will show up and you just kick it away like that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips on how to grow your personal brand and how to find your voice and become a thought leader that you are supposed to be. Catch you in the very next one. Peace.